Good morning, everybody. In this video, I'm going to explain you about the power losses in a transformer. So, the power losses occur in a transformer are mainly divided into two types. One is core loss, or it is also called as iron losses. The second one is copper loss, or it is also called as winding losses. Now, let us discuss the each of the losses in detail. First, let us take up the core loss, okay, or it is also called as iron losses. So, we are going to use P suffix I for indicating the iron loss. Again, in turn, this core loss can be divided into two types. One is hysteresis loss and one more is eddy current losses. First, let us discuss about the hysteresis loss in the core of the transformer. So, due to the alternating flux set up in the core of the transformer, it undergoes cycle of magnetization and demagnetization. Okay, so this gives the hysteresis loop. I think already you would have studied about the hysteresis loop in your second PU physics. So you would have seen one closed loop. Okay, so this effect is called as hysteresis effect. Okay, this hysteresis effect results in the loss of energy, and hence this loss is called as hysteresis loss. So the power loss will be the power loss will be directly proportional to the area inside that hysteresis loop, and it is given by the hysteresis loss is equal to Kh into Bm power 1.67 F into V. Here Kh is nothing but hysteresis constant. This mainly depends upon the type of material it is used for the construction of the core. And F is the frequency at which it is operating, and V is the volume of the core, and Bm is the maximum flux density. Now let us see the eddy current losses. So as we know that the EMF will be induced in the core. Okay, and this tries to set up a eddy current in the core. And this eddy current, due to this eddy current, a losses will be taking place. And this loss is called as eddy current loss. And it is given by Ke Bm square F square T square. Here Ke is nothing but the eddy current constant. So Bm is maximum flux density, F is the frequency, and T is the thickness of the core. So in the core, the flux is almost constant. Okay, the flux that is produced due to the flux that is produced due to the primary current is almost constant because the supply voltage and the frequency is constant. So since the flux in the core is constant, the maximum flux density also remains constant, and hence the eddy current losses and the hysteresis losses also remains constant irrespective of the load, and hence the core loss is and hence the core loss is also called as a constant losses. The hysteresis losses can be reduced by using high grade core material like silicon steel with low hysteresis loop area, and the eddy current can be reduced by manufacturing the core by laminations. Now let us see the copper losses. The copper losses are due to the power wasted due to the I square R losses in the primary and secondary winding. The copper loss mainly depends on the value of resistance and the current flowing through the winding. So the total copper loss is given by I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2. That is the current flowing through the primary winding into the resistance of primary winding plus current flowing through the secondary winding, square of the current flowing through the secondary winding into the resistance of the secondary winding. So this in turn we can write it as I1 square into R1 plus R2 dash, that will be equal to I2 square into R2 plus R1 dash. So that is the R2 dash and R1 dash are the equivalent resistance referred from primary and secondary, and that can be written as I1 square R1 E, that will be equal to I2 square R2 E, where R1E is the equivalent resistance referred from primary, R2E is the equivalent resistance referred from the secondary windings. The total copper losses are dependent that the copper losses are mainly dependent on the load. Since the load changes, the current also varies, and hence the losses also varies. And hence this is called as a variable losses. The copper losses can be minimized by using the conductors with minimum resistance value. So some of the material that are mainly used in used for the winding are copper and aluminum.